At L&M Fine Jewelry, we hand select our diamonds to give you the very best prices possible. Monty knows a great deal when he finds one. Find your great deal at L&M Fine Jewelry.
Your diamond destination.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Samuel Akem here, and I'm back with another one. Today, we are looking at Grizz Cat, the Brawl of the Wild. It was a lopsided affair for most of the game. It really seemed as though the Montana defense, I think, played pretty good ball in this game, but it really seems like the offense was unable to pick up the pieces. It was a 20-3 ball game at halftime. It really should have been 17-3. Montana couldn't get anything going on a 2-minute drive to end the half. Montana State gets a few plays and is able to kick, I believe it was a 50-yard field goal. But it was a great game. It was an amazing game to watch. 49-yard field goal. I guess they ruled it a 49-yard field goal. But, Montana State finishes their season 12-0. Montana finishes the season 8-4. The playoff bracket has been released this Sunday. I won't talk about that. You guys can go check out my Tuesday video to see me talk about the FCS playoff bracket and how all the teams shook out. But it was an amazing game to watch. It was a good atmosphere in Bozeman. If you weren't there, you missed out. The Montana State crowd was really loud, and they made things happen. Congrats to the Bobcats. They finished the season 12-0, their best regular season finish in school history. They get the outright Big Sky title, and all the superlatives that come with it. They're probably going to have a boatload of all conference picks on that team as well. But for Montana, it was a disappointing regular season. They still have the playoffs to look forward to. That's what they got to look forward to now. They play in the first round on Thanksgiving weekend, and that will be exciting. But for this game, it really seemed like Adam Jones was the difference maker in this game. Well, I want to say the Montana State offensive line was the difference maker, but Adam Jones had a really good game. He had a long run of 88 yards. He had 25 carries, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tommy Mellott was only 6 for 12, 94 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for another 50 yards and a touchdown as well on 10 carries. This Montana State team really leaned on their offensive line. They played a great game. They were moving people up front. With that being said, I felt like the Montana defense did as well as you can do against this Montana State squad. They run the ball the best, second in the country statistically, but they're the best offense in the country. They know how to move the ball. They did not even throw a pass in the second half of this game. We're going to be talking about all of it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below, and we will get straight into it. Okay, Montana won the toss. They deferred until the second half, meaning Montana State started the game off with the ball, and as they do per usual, they're running the ball. 2nd and 2 here. They had an 8-yard run to start the game, and then here you go. You see them on 2nd and 2 once again, just going to run downhill, running a little split zone right here. One of their staples, and they get downhill. In that zone run scheme that Montana State runs, they run it the best in the country. I mean, they're up front guys, starting with Marcus Weir, Cole Sane, those guys up front. They really know how to move people. They do a really, really good job. Here you go. You got Adam Jones on 2nd and 2. So Scott Trey Humphrey came in this game briefly, but you could tell that he was still not 100% healthy. It'll be good for him to get a few weeks to get healthy. They get the bye this week, this upcoming week, Thanksgiving week, and then he'll get the whole week leading up to their second round matchup against either, I can't even remember who it was, but he'll get some good, much needed rest. Adam Jones picked up the pieces flawlessly. And here you go. You see it right here for this first down run. Seems like there might have been a slight hold right here, but nothing that too much affected the play, probably why it wasn't called. That was on 2nd and 2. They get the first down. One thing that helps this Montana State offense, a lot, is they get in a lot of 3rd and short, 2nd and short situations. They stay ahead in the chains, and it allows them to continue to run the ball. If you want to beat this Montana State team, you got to be good on first down. You got to limit them to 1, 2, maximum 3 yards on first down. Second down, if they get into a 2nd and 7, they're probably going to run the ball again. So you got to get them in those 2nd and long situations. Here you go. You got 3rd and 5, the first 3rd down for this Montana defense. And Pat Hayden's going to jump off sides right here. Another thing you got to do against this Montana State team, you cannot hurt yourself. You cannot shoot yourself in the foot. When you get a false start on the first 3rd and 5 of the game, that's not a good start. It was loud in there. Well, it probably wouldn't have been loud right now because they're on offense, but it was a packed stadium in Bozeman yesterday. Here you go. You got a 3rd and 7 for Montana. Pre-snap motion with Adam Jones. Looks like Montana seems to be running man, but I think I hesitate to say maybe it might be a quarters, like a 4X. Not even a 4X, because they're bringing the blitz. But, Seems like more of a zone, but they're going to get right at the first down yard marker on this 3rd and 7. They run the box in on the outside from their Lanyata Alexander, and then the 2 slants inside. They're going to get this one to Ty McCullough, who gets right to the line to gain. That was a big time 3rd down that was a big time 3rd down conversion for Montana State to start this game. Now they're faced with a 2nd and 3. You get Adam Jones the ball once again downhill. This time they're running a little outside zone. But still finding those seams in that zone right here, right behind, was it Marcus Weir? Right behind Marcus Weir, who moves, not even behind Marcus Weir, behind their center, Cole Sane, who gets up on the backer, that being, Ryan Tiro. Gets on the backer, Ryan Tiro, moves him out of the way, and that opens up the lane for him. He gets down close to the 10-yard line, down at the 11-yard line for the first down. Once again, a 2nd and 3 situation. When they get in those short yardage downs, it's very easy for them to keep running the ball. Now they get a 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal. This could have been a big stop for Montana to force 3 on the first drive. They're going to go the designed quarterback run. Looks like a zone run with Tommy Malott. Seems like a little misdirection, fake to the right, running back to the left with Tommy Malott. And he's going to walk into the end zone untouched for the first score of the game. 7-0 lead for Montana State. Another thing about that drive that really is not great for Montana, this is the first possession of the game. Nobody has possessed the ball so far. 9 minutes off the clock for the first drive of the game for Montana State. That is a killer drive. If you're Montana, they're eating away a lot of clock. You don't know how many possessions you're going to get in this game, and for Montana State to drive down first drive and eat up 9 minutes of clock is devastating. Here you go, get another look at it. Look at the offensive line of Montana State just moving people up front. Cole Sane moving the the nose for Montana State moving him out of the way, and then the misdirection gets these second level defenders, being Trevor Gradney and Garrett Husted. They go with Julius Davis to the left, and that slight false step that way gets them out of position and allows Tommy Malott to walk into the end zone. That's why sometimes those misdirections can really be successful. And you see it right there. Easy walk-in touchdown for Tommy Malott. They kick the PAT and it's good. Now Montana's going to start their first drive of the game. They're faced with a 3rd and 7 to start this drive. Looks like they're in a 10 personnel, 4 receivers on the field, no tight end on the field, running back in the backfield. And they're going to get the slant to Junior Bergen for their first down of the half. So first down of the game, honestly. Nothing too extravagant here. Looks like Montana State is in a man coverage. Looks like they're playing off man with a 1 high safety. They're bringing a blitz and running a stunt with their ends down here. If you see, ends are looping back around. But Fife is going to get the ball off fast. He should be protected. He's got five linemen staying in protection, and he's got 5 guys rushing. He should be protected. But that's something that Logan Fife kind of struggled with yesterday. Montana State was bringing some pressure in Logan Fife's direction, and they were getting some one-on-one matchups that I think are advantageous for this Montana offense. But Logan Fife was unable to get the ball to those guys in those advantageous situations. So that's something that really was glaring to me yesterday during this game, was the pressure on Logan Fife and him not having the ability to stare down the barrel and complete passes to his receivers under pressure. Here you go. Once again, you got a 3rd and 4. Looks like once again Montana State is running a man coverage. So look, this time they're only rushing 3. They're going to drop 2 guys out underneath. That is to rob any quick throws to these 2 inside receivers. But they're only rushing 3. He should have protection. He's going to try to get the ball off to the number 3, which really should have been covered, to Cole Grossman. It's covered pretty tightly. Good coverage right there, and it's going to be broken up. Now, some might say the DB might have gotten here maybe a hair early, but it's really bang bang. That's really pretty good coverage, and everybody's covered pretty well. Montana playing this man coverage, they're gonna force you to complete some throws. Guys got to win one-on-one, and that's really what it came down to yesterday a lot of times. And there was times when Montana State was in one-on-one situations and they won. Tommy Malott made a pretty good throw on one as well. But 3rd and 4, Montana is gonna be unsuccessful. So now you got a 3rd and 12 for Montana State on their second offensive drive. 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and he's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball batted down here by Keon Loud. I guess Keon Loud didn't even get his hands on the ball, but it was a high pass from Tommy Malott. They're backed up. I can't remember. They had some it might have been a holding or something that they had right there that caused them to be so far back. But Montana's only going to rush 4, so probably should be a pretty good clean pocket for Tommy as it was. But tight window throw, unable to complete it. Looks like they're running in here. It looks like they're running a 3 double cloud here. So kind of looks like 3 double cloud, but Trevor Grady's backing off a little bit. But you got a third here, middle here, and a third here. Half field safety, a middle field safety, and then you got a flat defender and a flat defender down here. But with nothing threatening him underneath, Keon Loud is just going to run with that outside receiver. And that's what happens. They get the stop on 3rd down, and they get the ball back. So good field position after this first punt. The ball's going to roll out around the 55-yard line, or 55-yard line. What am I talking about? Around the 45-yard line. Really went out at the 46, and that's where Montana's going to start their second drive. So pretty good field position for them to start their second drive from. 2nd and 2 coming up for Montana, and they're going to run the inside zone to the split zone to, they called this later on in the game. If it wasn't right there, they definitely called that later on in the game. But Montana's going to get a good run to Nick Osmo on the split zone, and Osmo's going to run downhill. He's going to get about close to 15 yards on it. Really good run right there. 3rd and 9 after the end of the first quarter. Montana's going the other direction towards the Montana State student section. 3rd and 9, 13 minutes to go in the game. And this is one of the first throws that I noticed from Logan Fife to where it seemed like the pressure really disrupted him. Once again, man coverage should be an advantageous. 1 high safety, 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, 1 backer, looks like he's blitzing, and then they're going to bring more pressure. So not a 0 pressure because they have a 1 high safety look. They have a 1 high safety look, and they're going to peel. This end is going to peel with the running back. So it ends up really being a 1 high pressure man look. And it's Aaron Fontes is going to win here. Logan Fife just has to stare down the barrel and make a throw. So 2 unblocked men down in front of him. They're rushing 5. They peeled 1 off. So I guess they're rushing 6 actually. Oh, no. They peeled 2 off. So 1 dropped out to rob anything coming inside quick. So they're really rushing 5 though. They're rushing 5, but 2 get free because of the look pre-snap, the way it's looking. Before the snap, the linemen have already ID'd their guys. Once those guys peel off, it's tough to pick up the blitz when it's coming down the middle from Rylan Orth, the safety, and one of their backers. I think that's Mikado Riley. But you see Aaron Fontes has a step here on the I don't know if it's a post or a bang route, but he gets a step over the top, but Logan Fife, just the pressure is too much. He can't step into the throw. He's leaning back. Look, he's leaning back on that foot. He doesn't step into the throw, and it's incomplete. Against a team like this who's going to play a lot of man coverage, who's going to force you to make throws, you got to be able to step into those throws and put them on the money end. Unfortunately, in this game yesterday, Logan Fife was unable to. So that was on 3rd down. Montana's still in field goal range. They're going to kick the field goal, and I think this was their only field goal of the game, and it was a 47-yard field goal. Good field goal kick for Morrison. So 7-3 ball game, 13 minutes to go in the second quarter now. I don't know if this was a design squib or if he just hit it wrong, but he hit it wrong, and Montana State's going to get good field position to start their 3rd offensive drive around the 35-yard line. And then they get a penalty after the play as well. I can't remember who it was on. I think they called it on Barnum, but you can't really see it in the camera. You can't really see it. It's off camera, but I think it was called on Barnum, and they called it unsportsmanlike. So to start their second drive, to start the 3rd offensive drive for Montana State, not only do they get to the 35 on the return, they get a extra 15 yards, bringing them to midfield, which is just not great for Montana. You don't want to give this team good field position. You don't want to give any hidden yardage. You don't want to give up any free yardage to a team that is the number 2 team in the country for a lot of the season. You really want to play sound football, and to start the game for Montana, they really were not playing sound football. 3rd and 6 coming up for Montana State, and they're going to hand off the end around to the jet sweep to Adam Jones, who's going to get the first down on 3rd and 6. So this is something that Montana State does when they get in 3rd and medium, semi 3rd and long. They are still able to run the ball just because they stretch you horizontally, but they can also run in between the tackles. They know how to run the ball very successfully, and they got Montana right there. getting outside the tackles. First down for Montana State. Here you go, 3rd and 8 for Montana State. 10.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Drop back pass for Tommy Malott, and he's going to drop it in the bucket to Rohan Jones. This was a 3rd and long for Montana. This is one of those situations where if you can get off the field, you want to get off the field, but if you can get a stop, you can get off the field, and they're probably going to pin you pretty deep, but, that's a win for Montana, not giving up any points. And unfortunately right here, Tommy Malott is going to make a really good throw. You get them in man coverage, meaning Montana. You get Montana in man coverage. They're running a one high safety look, not even a one high safety look. I mean, there's no one high safety, and it looks like this safety here, which I think is Jackson Lee, is manning up Taco Dowler. So they're running like what looks to be like, it might be a cover. I don't even know if I want to call it a cover 3 though, because it looks like he's definitely manned with Taco Dowler here. Might be like a three match type coverage. But either way, you get man on the inside with TJ Roush right here, and Rohan Jones is just going to win inside. He has a step, and Tommy Malott puts a beautiful ball over the top for the touchdown. Really, really good throw on 3rd and long. Great execution for the Montana State offense. It just, I mean, you can't hand it to him any better than that. Amazing throw on 3rd down. 3rd down is money down when you got to make it. You got to make it count. And they made it count. They take the 14-3 lead following that. So see the throw right here. You see Rohan Jones has a step. Roush seems like he's kind of in position, but he's on the outside shoulder. Rohan Jones kind of stacks him. I don't know if that was on purpose or an accident, but he stacks him right there as the ball's on its way, and the ball is just, I mean, you can't hand it to him any better. You put it on that outside shoulder. Just a beautiful seam throw from Tommy Malott for the touchdown. Really good job right there. Really, really strong play right there from Montana State. Here you go, 14-3 lead for Montana State. First down, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Drop back pass for Logan Fife, and he's going to get the slant out to Keelan White down here. They didn't have a huge game in the passing game. Logan Fife threw for 117 yards. He was 18 for 34. They didn't run the ball very successfully either. 117 rushing yards, 117 receiving yards, passing yards, whatever you want to call it. Keelan White was the leading receiver, 5 receptions, 54 yards. His first reception being this one right here. Not bad to start the drive. 3rd and 6 for Montana. 3rd and down was a really rough down for Montana yesterday. They weren't super successful on 3rd down. They were 2 for 12 on 3rd down, which is it's going to be really hard to beat anybody when you're that low percentage conversion percentage on 3rd down. That's tough. You got 3rd and 6 here. He's going to get it out to Eli Gilman, but one thing you notice from this Montana State defense, they fly around, they hustle, and that's what's going to happen right here. Get the ball out to Eli Gilman. He tries to make the corner miss, which he kind of does, but they still got a bunch of guys hustling to the ball, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Bringing up a 4th down, they punt it away, and Montana State starts their next drive. 3rd and 4 for Montana State. 3rd and 4 for Montana State. You get the slant route. Looks like a slant route to Ryan King down here. He's going to kind of hit like a diamond release, but good coverage from Trevin Gradney. He's going to kind of slingshot himself back into position and get the pass breakup. Really good job for Trevin Gradney. Really good coverage there. Montana looks like they're in a man coverage here once again. So kind of hard to see with the 12 personnel, the 2 tight ends over here with Adam Jones as well over here. But it's definitely man coverage down here with Trevin Gradney and the safety, who I think is Jace Kluswich. They get the slant, and it's a pass breakup for Montana. Really good job right there. The defense for Montana was playing pretty good football yesterday. At half, they had given up 20 points. It ended up only giving up 34. If you look at some of the past games played in Bozeman, they gave up 55 and 22, I believe, and they gave up 48 and 19. I'll say we because I was on that team in 19. But for how good this offense is to give up 34 points, you really want to depend on your offense. And thus far in this game, 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Montana's offense has not been able to get anything going. And they just haven't been able to make the plays. Here you go. Hand it off to Nick Osmo on a little counter run right here. And it's a really good run on 2nd and 3.
In the Treasure State, University of Montana football is a way of life. Lithia Ford has long been a proud sponsor of Grizz football, and Lithia Ford of Missoula is thrilled to have several of the best Montana football seniors driving the best trucks in Montana. Aspen Sound is the premier car audio and accessory shop in Montana. Aspen Sound makes sure the boys are riding in style with tinted windows and state-of-the-art stereo systems. There's always a party in Montana. Whether you're going to a concert, a wedding, or a football game, the Montana Party Bus will get you there. Skyline Sports and ESPN MT cover the Big Sky with more depth than anyone. Check out SkylineSportsMT.com and tune in to Nuanez Now on 1029 ESPN Missoula every day. My Montana Roots and Wear Your Roots clothing is your go-to spot for the most unique and comfortable lifestyle clothing you'll find anywhere. And get your custom t-shirts to support your favorite player. From 5 local businesses who love Montana, best of luck to the Grizz as they pursue another Big Sky Conference championship.
Here you go, 3rd and 7 for Montana. Logan Fife making some calls, switching the play around. Trying to see what coverage Montana State is in here. Looks like they're going to run a Tampa 2 coverage. So look how they get to this Tampa 2. You got the 3 high defenders right here. It's kind of like, looks like they're running like potentially a 0 coverage here. 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. That might be one of the reasons why Logan Fife was trying to make calls at the line. He may have been anticipating man coverage here. This looks kind of like 0, foot at everybody standing at the line to gain, or just past the line to gain and covering a man. Man coverage, it looks like man, looks like he's man, and the running back looks like he's man, looks like he's man. But as you see, as the coverage works itself out after the snap, you see them come down in those half-field safety looks, half-field safety look, or half-field safety, flat defender, corner here, flat corner here, and then he's your middle high defender. And then they also get some pressure. So they end up bringing the blitz. They bring the blitz. I think this is Neil Daly right here coming in on the blitz. No, that's Zach Cruz. Zach Cruz coming on blitz. He gets free past the center here of Montana. They're trying to run a rollout pass here. He's trying to get outside the pocket, but he's not even able to make the throw because, they were on him. And then it's tough to make this throw. He thinks he knows what he has. He thinks he's going to have Junior Bergen probably open in the flats. Watch how Junior Bergen tights turns this because he notices the flat defender. But Logan Fife was probably anticipating Junior Bergen was going to be running away here, and he was going to be able to potentially run for the first down. When they shift coverages, it's not as Logan Fife thought it was going to be before the snap. And he pump fakes it and ends up being a sack. Kenneth Iden and Zach Cruz getting in there. Zach Cruz has ended up being, these last couple of games against UC Davis and Montana, he's had some pretty decent games for Montana State, and he's ended up being a pretty good player for them these last couple of weeks. Here you go. You're going to get the quarterback keeper here. I don't know if this was a read or just a design quarterback keep, but you got, you're in 11 personnel. You got all 4 pass catchers on this side of the ball, the tight end in a hit position, and then 3 receivers split out in the trips formation, and then Tommy Malot's going to keep it going back the other way, and he's going to get the first down along the sidelines. 2nd and 10 for Montana State, 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Still a 14-3 ball game. We're going to hand off the jet sweep to Ty McCullough. They got blockers out in front, Adam Jones being that lead blocker. This is a really good block from Adam Jones right here. Find work somehow. He finds work. Kenzel Lawler hanging out over there, and I think it's enough to propel him for the first down. I think they gave him the first down on this run. Kind of looks like he might have ran out right there, right before, but the ball might have been past the line of gain. Either way, really good run for Ty McCullough right there. 3rd and 1 coming up for Montana State. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. 12 personnel for Montana State. They're going to run the split zone here. Adam Jones is going to trip a little bit on 3rd and 1, but he tripped over Tommy Malot's foot. Seems like he might have tripped over his own foot. Either way, almost fell down, did not, and ended up getting the first down on 3rd and 1. That's something that they are able to do when you have an offensive line like this. Those 3rd and 1s are pretty manageable plays for them. This definitely looks like a hold. This is called a hold. Now, I don't want to say anything about the officiating. There were some questionable calls in this game. Definitely some questionable calls. There was a questionable pass interference against that could have been called in Montana's favor that wasn't called. It was kind of bang, but it seemed like the guy kind of got there early. But I've seen this holding called, 100 times out of 100. When you hip toss somebody, the only way to hip toss somebody is to hold them. You got to hold them, grab them, and pull them down. And, that's definitely, constitutes a holding call. They didn't call it, though. And Montana State got the first down. 1st and 10 for Montana State. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Tommy Malot's going to drop back and throw the back shoulder pass to Taco Dowler. Now, Keon Loud was in good coverage during this play. I watched this route actually the whole way. I was actually standing right here on the sidelines. I'm somewhere right here. I think that's me right there. But this was a really good ball from Tommy Malott. Really good catch from Taco Dowler. Good coverage from Keon Loud. Sometimes it's just a better throw. You're in phase. You're right there. Everybody was yelling ball down there, but you would love for him to get his head around to be able to make that catch. Or to be able to make that pass breakup. I mean, he even got his head around with Taco Dowler. It's just a good catch. Good ball, good catch. There's not much you can do about this. Once again, getting Montana in man coverage. Trying to see the coverage here. Looks like they're in maybe a cover 3. Looks like Jackson Lee is the one high defender, the single high defender, but almost looks like man as well, the way he runs out with that. But he might have been in a curl flat. That's why he's pushing to that down there. Either way, though, it's a good ball from Tommy Malott when you get a one-on-one outside with one of your best receivers, and he made the reception to get them down in red zone territory. Great reception right there. 3rd and 9 coming up from Montana State. 3rd and goal. Montana really would love to get a stop here. They're going to get the naked boot for Tommy Malott, and Jackson Lee is just going to force the throw out here. He has Ty McCullough with the step out into the flats, but with Jackson Lee's pressure, Tommy Malott's not going to be able to get it to him. He dirts it, and they're going to have to take their 3 points. 4th and 9, they kick the field goal. It was successful, giving them a 17-3 lead with a minute 40 to go. In the half. Now, this was a drive that Montana seemed like they were kind of getting a few plays going, and it seemed like they might have been able to get some points out of this. If they go in the locker room with a 17-3 lead, or a 17-3, what am I saying? 17-10 ball game. That's an advantageous situation for Montana. But if you look here, they're not going to be able to get much going on this drive. Minute and a half to go. Logan Fife's going to get pressure. He's going to get the ball off right before that pressure gets there. As you see right here, the left tackle and guard of Montana both just got beat. I mean, Montana was really struggling in pass protection for much of the game, and you see that right there with that play right there. But they get the ball off. They get the first down to Nick Osmo. 2nd down coming up, a minute 12 to go in the 2nd quarter. Drop back pass for Logan Fife. Looks like he's trying to target, looks like Keelan White on what seems to be a curl. They're in tight. You're going to get the quick out right here from your tight end, Cole Grossman, and then you're going to get the curl route to your receiver, Keelan White, for the first down right at the line to gain. 3rd and 3, 35 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Montana's got a timeout left, and they're going to try to throw the fade to Aaron Fonts, and this is not a great ball. Once again, Logan Fife under pressure, not able to step into that throw, not making throws when you have an open receiver. Aaron Fonts has a step right there. If he's even, he's leaving. That is everybody. That is universal in football. If he's even, he's leaving. Aaron Fonts is even right here. Throw him upfield. But the reason the ball kind of sails on him out of bounds is because he doesn't step into it. He just kind of willy-nilly throws it out there. Now, Aaron Font still had an opportunity to catch this ball. As a receiver, you would love for him to come down with this ball. But, if you're talking about the whole makeup of the play, once again, Montana State is going to be in man coverage. One high man coverage. Well, not even. It kind of looks like he's bailing in a 3rd type look. But looks like man out here. Definitely looks like man all around for the most part. Man coverage was a couple of hooks underneath. Some guys dropping out to rob underneath throws. But they get the one-on-one fade to Aaron Fonts, and, I just think the pressure, once again, for Fife didn't allow him to make this throw the way he wanted to, and it's an incomplete pass for Montana. Tough play in the 2-minute drive, 29 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter, and, Montana, I think, decided to go for it here at midfield, and, this may be a potentially questionable call. It allowed Montana State to get another 3 before the half ended. Going for this right here. I don't know if you needed to chase this first down right here on 4th and 3, but they decided to go for it. It's really not a bad play call either. Once again, you get Montana State in man coverage, and you have a few open guys here. You got Junior Bergen on the curl or the corner route here open. You could have thrown this ball towards the sidelines to get the ball into his hands, but also you have this swing route open to Nick Osmo. Now, it was within reach of Nick Osmo, just a little bit out of reach, but you'd love if he just put the ball on him. Just once again, another missed throw right here to where they could have kept this drive alive. I fully believe that if Nick Osmo catches this, he's going to run past the line to gain, but unfortunately it was just out of reach for him, and Montana is going to be unsuccessful on 4th and 3 with 25 seconds to go for Montana State. Here you go. Now they got 20 seconds to go. 2nd and 4 for Montana State. Tommy Mellott is going to drop back. They're looking to pass it. Wants to get the ball out quick. Montana's running what seems to be 3 cloud weak. So they have a flat defender here with, I believe, Trevor Gradney. He's a third half field safety. No, actually, this looks like cover 6 more than 3 cloud weak. This looks like cover 6. So you got quarters over here, quarter, half. Quarter field, corner, quarter field safety, half field safety over here, and a flat defender with the corner, giving you that cover 6 look. And Trevor Gradney, he looks like he wants to throw the quick out down here to Taco Dowler. That's where his eyes went immediately. It's not open because of the flat defender of Trevor Gradney, and Tommy Mellott's going to scramble for the first down. 14 seconds to go in the half. Now they got 10 seconds on 2nd and 6. Tommy Mellott's going to drop back, get the ball out to Rohan Jones, and he is right at that line to gain, and they're going to give him the first down. This was close as well, them giving him the first down right here. I don't think it really mattered because I think they were going to kick it regardless, but he gets the first down right there on 2nd and 6. Did they give him the first down, though? I don't remember if they did. We don't see it down here. Either way, they're going to kick the 49-yard field goal, and it is going to be good for Montana State. Long kick for the field goal. I know that's good for some Montana State fans to see, given some of the kicking struggles they had last year. But at halftime, it's a 20-3 ball game. There's the Great Divide Trophy, which is what they were playing for. And, yeah, to start the second half, Montana got the ball because they deferred in the first half. And let's see if they can put a drive together. Now you got a 2nd and 3. They're going to run a counter run to Eli Gilman. He's going to hit it on the backside. They're running counter with their 2 tight ends, and Eli Gilman's going to get the first down on 2nd and 3. Not a bad run right there. Blocked up decently well from the offensive line, and they get the first down. 3rd and 10 coming up for Montana. First third down of this drive. They're going to once again get pressure on him. Montana State is rushing 5. They got 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, all of them rushing. This is something that Montana struggled with to pick up. I mean, it ends up really being, if they run these stunts, this is what really gets you, but it really should end up being a one-on-one-on-one. Everybody should have a one-on-one. When they run these stunts, it kind of messes up the pass protection of the offensive line, but they should have it blocked up if you got 5-on-5. One-on-one blocks are tough sometimes because, you know, is everybody a good one-on-one offensive lineman? Who knows? But that is the job, and they're going to get some pressure on Logan Fife. He's going to scramble and end up getting the first down. And then some. Past midfield of Montana State down at the 46-yard line. Pretty good play for Logan Fife. Let's see what they had from pass concept standpoint. I don't even know if you really got to look at them. You get this under, probably thinking to yourself, if I get this ball to this receiver, is that going to get them the first down? He probably could have caught this and maybe tried to run and beat the defensive back of Montana State to the first down marker there. But Logan Fife likes his chances scrambling better. Plus, he had pressure in the pocket, so he had to break the pocket, and ends up being a good decision for him to scramble. First down run. Really good job there. Now you got a 2nd and 10 for Montana. See, they keep getting in these long situations. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, you know. That is not staying ahead of the chains, and it's hard to put together successful drives when you're in those situations. So then you get a run on 2nd and 10, but you only get about 4 yards on the run, on the inside zone run, and now you get yourself in a 3rd and medium. And Nick Osmo was hurt following that tackle. I think he ended up being okay, but he was down. He was down for a little bit after that tackle. So here you go. They're going to try to run the screen to Eli Gilman out here. It just seems like the offensive linemen are late getting out here. I don't know like what they coach is like a count, 1 count, 2 count. I don't know if it's just like count and then get out, but they're trying to get the garden center out here, and it's just not there. The linebacker beats them to it, and they get the tackle on the play. The tackle for loss on the play. Is that a linebacker or is that Rylan Hart? No, that's linebacker Neil Daly. He gets the tackle for loss, and it's going to bring up a Montana punt. Montana punts it back to Montana State. Now you got a 3rd and 2 for Montana State. Once again, being in a 3rd and short is something where they can run the ball on. They didn't throw the ball in the second half, so you're going to get a run here, and it's going to be a successful run on 3rd and 2. Actually, I don't think this was a successful run, actually, now that I think about it. It wasn't, because this Montana, and this is what you think about when you. This is what I wanted to talk about when I talk about this Montana defense. They were giving up a little bit in the first half. They managed to give up 2 field goals to manage only giving up allowing them to get 2 field goals in the first half. I don't know where my brain is right now. I'm allowing them only to get 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns in the first half, 20 points. I think that's probably right around where people thought they would have been following the first half. Maybe people might have predicted more in the first half, but you're still within this game, well within this game, and Montana just needs to be able to string together some stops, which is what they kind of started to do during this third quarter. They started to be able to string together some stops. They get the stop right here on 3rd and 2. Really good tackle here from, I believe, Riley Wilson was the one who came in and made this tackle. He's right here on the outside of the line. He's going to come down that line of scrimmage, pushing that tight end all the way down in there. Really good play from Riley Wilson, and he gets the tackle behind the line to gain. Really good play right there from the Montana defense. But once again, you get yourself in a 3rd and long situation. Now, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the penalty was. I don't know if it was a pass interference. I can't remember if it was a holding. I think it might have been a holding that got them this far back. But 3rd and 17. You see right here, they're 2 for 8 on 3rd downs up to this point in the game with 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. This is not a very advantageous situation. They're going to get it to Junior Bergen on the bubble, and he's got 2 lead blockers. But, even with that, the Montana State defense has to do nothing but just sit back and rally on this. Now, this looks like, once again, another 0 look, but it's going to be three double clouds. So you got the middle field, deep safety, half field safety, and then some flat defenders down here. So you see them dropping down into those flats, the 3 double cloud. This is a coverage that a lot of people run when you get a team in 3rd and long. It's a way just to keep everything in front of you, and just like that, they only get like 2 to 3 yards on that play. Here you go with the punt. On 4th and 13, it's going to go all the way back across the field to Taco Dowler, who's going to make a pretty decent return out of it. Getting down around the 47-yard line to start their next drive. 7.5 minutes. Now you got 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter on a 2nd and 7 for Montana State. Play action pass, and Tommy Malot's going to scramble. I was just about to say, I'm almost certain they didn't throw any passes in the second half, but he ended up not throwing it. He ended up scrambling. And this is really good from Tommy Malott. A lot of times in previous years, he might have tried to get more out of this. For him just to get down right here on this play, not to force anything, get down and live to fight another day. 2nd and 7, bringing up a 3rd and short for Montana State. Here you go, 3rd and 2 for Montana State. They're going to do the design quarterback keeper here. Fake the handoff to the running back. He ends up being a lead blocker. And Tommy Malott's going to try to insert it right behind him, pause, and Montana is going to stop him. Montana's going to stop him short of the line to gain. Really good play right there from Montana, for the Montana defense. Being able to string together some stops, hoping that they can get some offensive consistency going with their defense. Montana State's going to go for it in Montana territory on 4th and 1. And let's see what they're able to do. Tommy Malott is going to keep it on the zone read here, split zone read here. Not even a split zone. It might be a split zone where he's like arcing. Yeah, so he's not even going to block that end man on the line of scrimmage. He's going to arc and lead block for Tommy Malott. And Ryder Myers, the first one there. And then you got Trevin Gradney also cleaning it up, making sure he doesn't fall forward for that first down. Really good job from the Montana defense right here. Really good job for them to be able to get the stop and force the turnover on downs and give the ball back to their offense in pretty good field position, pretty good field position right there. Really good play right there. Here you go, 3rd and 3 for Montana.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up, oh
yeah. And Logan Fife is going to throw the ball. This was a really big play. Once again, as they've been for a majority of this game, Montana State is going to get into a one high. Gosh, what am I trying to say? A one high. Man, and after seeing this, I like some other throws besides this throw. I really like this OTB route right here, but they're going to get in a one high mesh, one high man from Montana State. Montana's going to run a mesh concept right here with the tight end and Junior Bergen. So what you want out of this mesh concept, and it kind of gets clouded up because they're dropping some of those D linemen out. So the mesh isn't really there, even though they're in man. The mesh doesn't really show up until potentially right here, but still he doesn't have a huge step on him. With this mesh concept, you got mesh. Junior Bergen's working for Cole Grossman. You want to make his guy bow underneath, make him be in a trail position for Cole Grossman, and then you're running Aaron Fonts on an OTB route. So they're not super tight getting into this mesh concept, but you run an OTB with Aaron Fonts. I like the OTB right here. This is where he should have went with the ball. He's not really looking at the concept. I guess he had locked in on Sawyer Racanelli. Sawyer Racanelli really had a step on him as well. I like if he would to lead him upfield more and not more outside. Throw this ball more upfield and probably get the ball off a little sooner. The ball's a little late and it hangs in the air a little long, and that allows the Montana State defensive back to kind of get back in phase, because it seems like right here, it seems like Racanelli really had a step. It seems like Racanelli had a step here, but with how long it took the throw to get off because he had to scramble out of the pocket, it's going to allow the defensive back to make it a tougher catch. Now, Racanelli had the ball in his hands. He's going to have it, and then it just rolls out. I don't know if he thought he had it, or this was a big time drop for Montana. That would have put them right outside of red zone territory for Montana State and would have given them a chance to make this a 10-point ball game with a ton of time left in the game. But I'll go back and say it again. This is the throw. This is where he should have went with the ball. You got a wide open OTB route right here. Get the ball into Aaron Font's hands. He'll be down around the 35-yard line unless he can make something happen after the catch. But, that's where he should have went with the ball right there. He didn't, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for Montana. Now, this was an interesting play call, so we're going to go back, even though it's not the same. It's a 3rd and 3. A lot of people thought, and I honestly am in agreement with this. You're down by 17. You're playing the number 2 team in the country. This should have been a 4th and 3 that they went for. I'm only going back because not to say the play, but you're on a 4th and 3 on the 48-yard line. You go for this 4th and 3. You go for this 100 times out of 100. You're playing a really good team. You're on the road. You go for that. They did not go for that. They ended up punting it away and pinning Montana State deep. And this is why you go for that. Because say you do get that first down. Then you drive, maybe you're in close on fringe field goal position, you get a field goal, you make it a 20-6 ball game at worst. Maybe you make it a 10-point ball game and maybe you score. But you don't, and your defense has been on the field for a lot of plays. Your defense has been doing a lot of work for you, been able to, keep you guys in this game up to this point. And the next drive on 2nd and 10, the second play of this drive, Montana State is going to gash them with Adam Jones, his long 88-yard run. This long 88-yard run, and it's just what you expect from this offensive line of Montana State. They wear on you, and look how they work up to this second level. I mean, this is beautiful offensive line play right here. Gonna get Cole Sane getting up to that second level. You get the guard up to the second level as well. But really, it seems like they get a little bit out leverage. So Ryder Meyer's gonna take a step outside right here, and that's kind of what opens up that gap for Adam Jones. And it's off to the races right here. He is the guy who really has to fill that gap. There's everybody is accounted for in the offensive line's blocking scheme. They get up to Husted. They get up to those linebackers of Montana. They get up to Ryan Tiro. It leaves, and Jackson Lee respects the he's just kind of outside, but he's trying to play his gap as well. They're trying to be gap schemed here. This is really Ryder Meyer who would have to be in position to make this play. When it all works out, there's a wide open gap. Offensive line did their job, and Adam Jones' job is to beat everybody else. And they get deep down into Montana territory. I think he was down around the 7-yard line, but really good run there from Adam Jones. Just a devastating play from the Montana standpoint. Devastating play there. Really good run. Here you go. You get a look at it again from the Montana State side of things. This is what I'm talking about. The Ryder Meyer, he shifts outside of that, and once he's outside, he can't recover. He can't recover, and it's off to the races. This was like the big play in the game. You wait for runs like this when you watch this Montana State team. They're gonna get a gash run at some point in the game, and I think everybody for the Montana State side of things was really just waiting on when that run was going to be, and it ended up being late in the third quarter. After Montana's defense had really stood the test up to that point in the game, if you want to say, Montana State's going to score, but I felt up to that point in the game, Montana had really, done their job defensively to hold them to 20, but at some point the dam is going to break, and, that is when it was. You got a 2nd and goal here, hand it off to Adam Jones, and he's going to get in the end zone for his first touchdown in this Catgirls game. Really good run right there. Really good run right there. Seems like it's been a minute since Montana State has scored, because it has. I think their second touchdown was in the second quarter sometime. But here you go, late in the third quarter, they're going to get their third touchdown of the game. Adam Jones was first of the game. And I think to this point, he was already over 100 yards in the game. Here you go, 2nd and 6 for Montana. They get the ball back. Now they got a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. And hand it off to Eli Gilman, who's going to make somebody miss. This is really good right here. You see this safety show up right here. Is this safety? Yeah, you see this safety show up and fill that gap outside of the guard. He's going to shift inside the guard and get upfield for first down yardage. Really good run right there. Really good run right there. Here you go. You got a 2nd and 6 for Montana. Logan Fife is going to look for the pass out here. I don't know. It just wasn't there. He's going to try to, I think they're running a slant here, and it's just not there. He picks this side. It's not there. If you look here, they get a blitz up here. They're going to blitz this nickel defender late, and it seems like the inside receiver shows up. But once you pick a side, it's kind of hard, especially when they're quick routes, to go back to that other side. It seems like this is an RPO, actually, because it seems like they're blocking split zone on the inside. But Logan Fife is going to scramble for the first down right there. Scramble for it. Really good run, really good decision right there to keep the chains moving. Now, start of the fourth quarter. You got a 2nd and 8 for this Montana offense. And what are they going to put together? They get the pass out to Keelan White on the slant on what looks to be, once again, another RPO run. Inside zone, or it might even be power, pulling this guard around. And he gets the ball out to Keelan White. Good job right there. It was at this point in the game, if you see it looks like it's sleeting. It started sleeting. It was really windy, really cold up to this point in the game, and it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see at that point in the game. Here you go. You got 3rd and 15 for this Montana team. 3rd and long. They're in field goal position. I guess on fringe field position. They're on the 25-yard line. They should have points here. And they're going to run the run. They're going to run the ball to Eli Gilman for about 5 yards. For about 5 yards right there. Maybe 7. They get 7 yards on that run. Now it brings up a 4th and 8. They're going to get the ball off to Aaron Fonts, who's going to run a fallout route down here. Almost gets into the end zone off of the fallout route. Get the ball into his hands. Makes a guy miss and is down right before he's able to get into the end zone. Now, Aaron Fonts was hurt after this. It looks like his left ankle really gets caught right here. He was in a ton of pain after this play. I don't know if they're going to replay it, but I mean, just he was in a ton of pain. I was once again standing down here, very close to all of this action, and almost got in the end zone right there. But they were successful on 4th and 8. You see, he's in a lot of pain right there. He was on crutches on the sidelines after that. But Montana putting together a drive, potentially trying to put some points on the board, and they get into the end zone. They run the ball to Eli Gilman. What looks like a stretch run, and he gets in the end zone. Good blocks, good drive from Montana, and they get into the end zone with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes to go now for Montana State. 2nd and 2. They hand off the outside zone run to Adam Jones, and it's blocked up really well. I mean, really good from the offensive line here. 2 tight ends. Is this 2 tight ends? Yeah, they're in a 2 tight end set, 12 personnel. Tackle's going to get a good block on the end down here, and then the tight end is going to also get a good block on the safety, opening up that hole for Adam Jones. And good block once again also from the receiver out here on the corner. Run him off, and then once the play gets downfield, block, and that opens up the lane for Adam Jones to get down close to the 40-yard line, inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up for Montana State. 8:40 to go in the fourth quarter. They hand it off to their, I think it's a 3rd string, or really he's honestly like the 4th string running back, Colson Kuhn. Looks like another outside zone run here. And he gets the first down on 2nd and 4. Really good run there. Really good run there for Montana State. 2nd and 7 coming up for Montana State. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Getting downhill. Colson Kuhn once again getting the first down. Down inside the 20-yard line. Inside the 15-yard line of Montana State, around the 12-yard line. Now you go 1st and goal, 5 minutes to go in the game. I think they had 10 minutes when they start, or 11 minutes when they started this drive. So they've eaten off 6 minutes so far in this drive. They're going to end up eating off about 6 minutes a little over 6 minutes during this drive, and that's just a backbreaker for Montana. Not able to get off the field. Montana State keeps chewing clock, and then they finish it in the end zone. Adam Jones' second touchdown of the game, and that kind of was the dagger in the coffin for Montana. They had a chance there if they could have kept getting stops, but as I mentioned, it just seemed like the defense was doing their part at the beginning of the second half. Montana's offense wasn't able to do their job in the second half, and it really hurt them when it came down to it. 34 points is very manageable. We've seen this Montana offense put up points this season, and during this game, they just weren't able to. 3rd and 7 for Montana on their following drive. Once again, another pass where Logan Fife has pressure in his face. It is unblocked from the center here. He's late getting over. They're going to run another stunt, something that Montana's offensive line has really struggled to pick up this year, and he's just going to dirt it. I think it was intended for Cole Grossman here, and it's just going to be in the dirt. Man coverage on the back end of things, but that blitz is really what caused Montana a ton of problems here. That brings up a 4th down, and I don't know if Montana punted or went for it, but I don't think they were successful, and I think they went for it. At this point in the game, you definitely got to go for it, and I don't think they were successful. Or I think they punted it, actually. It looks like they punted it there, because where Montana State is. Either way, Montana State's going to get the ball back, and Montana gets another last chance to stop them here on 3rd and 5. They're going to hand it off on what seems to be a split zone play to Adam Jones, and he's going to get hit after gaining about 3 yards before contact. He makes contact, and he just drives his legs, and with help from Marcus Weir and Cole Sane, he's going to fall forward 2 yards past the first down line. Really good play there, and that was really the dagger right there, and that was really epitome. This play right here was kind of an epitome of the game. Montana's defense stood up initially, but then they got weaned down. They got whittled down, and the defense had just been on the field for a ton of plays. 1st down. They take the knee, and Montana State ended up getting the victory in the 123rd Brawl of the Wild. They finished the season 12-0. They get the auto bid out of the Big Sky. They ended up getting the 1 seed today. You can go check out my Tuesday video to hear me talk all about the FCS playoffs. But devastating loss for Montana. They are now, I think, 2 for 6 in the last 8 Brawl of the Wild matchups. It's been a home series since 2019. The home team has blown out the visiting team since 2019. We will see when that is able to be flipped, but really good showing from the Montana State from this Montana State team. Montana is 8-4 now. Montana State 12-0. Obviously, you guys can go check out how the playoff bracket worked its way out. Montana did make it into the playoffs. They will get a chance to face Tennessee State at home on ESPN2. But you guys can hear my thoughts about all of that. What do you guys think about this Montana State-Montana game? What did you guys think about the Brawl of the Wild, Grizz-Cat? What are your thoughts about how Montana State played? What are your thoughts about how Montana played? What are your thoughts about the Montana defense? Have they improved later on in the season? Or, did Montana State take it easy on them? You guys let me know all of your thoughts from this game. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Thank you guys for showing love to the channel. Thank you guys for viewing the content. Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe. Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below this channel, and I will catch you guys next time. Now we're going to be breaking down playoff games. Playoffs is going to be fun. 5 Big Sky teams made it in the playoffs. Please tap into all of my playoff breakdowns. They're going to be awesome. It's going to be some really good football. I will catch you guys next time. See ya.